Oh no!
Awesome.
Mind my business!
Fail.
Mind my business.
Oh yeah.
Mind my business. Hey everybody, and welcome to a new episode and a new week of Mind My Business. Is our opinion podcast from Hype 1000, and we talk about all things corporate audio, and audio in general. And today I would like to talk about some of the new audio startups that are coming into the market. And again, surprise, surprise, it's all in the space of advertising, monetization. So the first big announcement was from a few companies that combined forces, so to speak, and formed SoundStack. And they pretty much offer everything from hosting, distribution, and the big part is, of course, the monetization, ad insertion, and analytics. So in that space that we've seen before from previous hosters that you know, from Podigy to Libsyn and which whoever is in that marketplace of like hosting and ad integration. So they combine from a few different companies and join together to form that new company. And then there's a second company, and that is coming out of Germany, which is quite interesting. It's from one of the two guys from the Doppelganger podcast, who announced a few weeks back that his audio startup, Yocast, was a mobile recording tool that never made it to the market. That he didn't get any financing for it, or thought about not doing it. You can read about it, that he was not going through with it. Just now, a few weeks later, announced that his new startup is called Lollipod, and they are, again, a platform that brings together content creators and advertisers, very similar to what we know from Julep and other companies that have this integration, like Libsyn has that kind of integration, where you have a marketplace where you as a company can book, easily book your slots in different podcasts, the pre-rolls, mid-rolls. And so it's, on the one hand, it's interesting to see that every now and then new audio companies are coming into the market. The thing that I find interesting and quite not understand, it's again all in that space of B2C, and it's all in that space of monetization and saying we are the next simpler, like the next simple solution to making your audio experience easier. And it's all in the context of publishers, content creators in a B2C environment, that influencers that want to build a podcast and then monetize it. And again, for the corporate world, it's not that many things happening, while at the same time we see that the demand for corporate podcasting solution, especially in the B2B environment, B2E environment, and in this context, B2E environment, we're talking about business to employee. The demand is growing. We see that from the inquiries that we're getting. I would love to see more on that in the future. More companies joining into the corporate audio space, because I think there is still a lot of potential. And I think it's especially in two areas that are highly relevant. Where you can see new startups coming in, or where we see some developments of the existing startups, is that topic of content creation. How do companies manage to create new content and manage that content without employing more staff as they have now? Because we need to see that podcasting is something new in an organization, and it's gonna be on top work for the people doing that topic. So either it's gonna be a passion project, or it's gonna be something where somebody will come to the marketing department or communications department or education department, wherever, learning department, saying, okay, we want to do this. This is going to be extra work for you. And so it's either going to turn existing content from video or text into a high quality audio product, or provide a solution. And for example, that's something we worked on for those people that maybe that don't have big experience in creating audio content, get a super simple solution to do so. And in the context where we're doing it, where we have our production tool, that means, easy editing, easy post-production, that you can just, if you have created a podcast, and just like the podcast I'm doing, where I'm doing it in one take, can cut something from the beginning, cut something in the end, maybe a part in the middle, and then automatically have my template with my intro, outro, and maybe some kind of post-production filter that I can use. So in a very similar way, what picture or image editing has become using Instagram, where you have a certain filter to create a certain picture, or where you can just easily adjust it to a 1:1 or 16:9 format. And in the same way as you can edit video nowadays on your phone. And that's what we're building with Hypecast Studio for audio editing. But then there's also, automated content creation, where you could say, turning academic papers or insights research into audible content without maybe needing a specific person. And then, there's big potential in creating audio skills. Like the whole market of voice is really pretty much untapped in a lot of ways. There's a few companies showing some cool examples, like WakeWord. You should check them out, that are doing some stuff that is pretty cool. But again, we see new startups coming in, all in that space that, in my opinion, is very, very crowded, and we do not see enough companies coming into the space where we're operating in, which is corporate audio. And we would love to see more in that, because I think in the end, it's not just going to be competition, it's going to be beneficial, more companies coming in, which will then make the whole space more professional, more attractive for investors and for the whole market in general. So that's what we're looking forward to. That's my opinion on the current startup situation in the audio market. And I'll hear you tomorrow.
Why don't you mind your business?